At the start of the American Revolution, Georgia's royal governor, James Wright, was forced to flee the colony. Lieutenant Colonel Archibald Campbell reestablished British control in December 1778. Soon, France joined the American cause, and in September 1779, a massive fleet of French warships arrived off Tybee Island at the mouth of the Savannah River.
The numbers of the French fleet varied. Usually it's agreed that there were about 22 ships of the line, which would have been state-of-the-art vessels, and it must have been a grand scene as they arrived off the coast of Tybee.
Life for the French sailors on board these imposing vessels, however, was not so grand.
Scurvy was running rampant among the crews, and they were eating 2-year-old bread that was so stale and worm-ridden that even the domestic animals on board wouldn't touch it.
A combined French and American land attack against the British on October 9, 1779, failed miserably. Yet one of Great Britain's greatest assets in the battle didn't actually fight at all. It was a well-known British warship named the Rose.
The HMS Rose was an interesting vessel. It was built in 1757 and had a long and distinguished career. It participated in trying to stop some of the smuggling off of Rhode Island before the American Revolution. It pretty much devastated Newport's economy. Then during the Revolution, it did participate in the invasion of New York. It sailed up the Hudson, and then it was sent south. It was one of the few ships the British had here. And when they retreated into the city, they were concerned that the French fleet would have a wide open line, a bead on the city, and could lay siege and cause it surrender. So they sank the Rose at the edge of the city, basically preventing direct access. So the French frigates were only able to come up so far in the river.
The Rose's cannons were carried ashore before she was sunk, and her officers and gun crews were cited for bravery during the battle that saved the city for England.